TikToks. Perky gon' blow like a 30-6 dog. She gon' fuck my bros, cause I know that she a big dog. I come from the low, but I'm standing at the tip. I got 30-some hoes, you at the crib making TikToks. Perky gon' blow like a 30-6 dog. She gon' fuck my bros, cause I know that she a big dog. I come from the low, but I'm standing at the tip top. Lot of hoes to choose from, I ain't scared to lose one. Bitch, I've been a thought boy since I was reading Goosebumps. Standing on the block, I was testing out my new gun. Mix the off-white with the blue ones. I know I'll be alright when I'm going through some. Got some raw white if you wanna do some. Heard he tryna ball like me, no he got no funds. I got 30-some hoes, you at the crib making TikToks. Perky gon' blow like a 30-6 dog. She gon' fuck my bros, cause I know that she a big dog. I come from the low, but I'm standing at the tip. I got 30-some hoes, you at the crib making TikToks.
I just noticed that there is a lot of references of the number 30. 30-6, 30-some hoes. I don't know if anybody else has picked up on that yet. I just did. A little late to the party on that, even though, like, you know, I've heard that a bajillion times so far. Anyways, welcome to Just a Tip. I'm King Benjamin Cage, and to my right is...
Big Bad Brad.
He's talking really low.
The Big Bad Brad.
Yeah, the Big Bad Brad. But yeah, we're gonna do a show today. We were like, shit. We got pictures with Santa later, and then some Taekwondo, and already did Taekwondo. But I'm gonna do it twice today. Did the gym. We just had Moe's. Welcome to Moe's.
Welcome to Moe's.
Can we get sponsored by Moe's? So they actually give me double chicken when I ask for double chicken?
That's fucked up.
Fuck them with my money. They really act like it's coming out of their pocket.
Yeah.
Like, can I get some bonus chicken? And they give you like 3 more morsels of chicken. You're like,
put like
I'm paying extra for that?
3 pieces
Like,
in.
I go to Sam's Club and get a whole ass rotisserie chicken for $6. Like, why are you fucking skimping?
I remember when it was 5.
Yeah, I mean,
$5 for the
Sam's Club is the shit. Like,
take a girl on a date to Sam's Club.
yes, you can get
You don't
like
even need a membership to do it.
you can definitely get like some fucking big ass beef hot dogs that make like Ballpark or Smith's look inadequate. And they're for like $2, and you get a pop with each one. Not that you're gonna drink 2 pops, but
Right.
just donate the cup to the person in the line behind you. Speaking of which, they went from cash and app, because you can order it on the app or cash, to straight app. And then a lot of people got pissed off, me being one of them.
Yeah, that's kind of lame.
But I downloaded the app and then started doing it that way, and now they brought back the cash. So they must have been getting hit in the pockets.
So now I can walk in there and order it with cash.
You can order that shit with cash.
There it is, folks. You
Yeah.
heard it here
I mean, at least our location.
Yeah, at least our location.
But if you like what we do here on Just the Tip, I would like you guys to, check out our merch page as soon as I find the fucking link for it. Is it the overhead cam?
No.
Nope, it's not that one. That's not our merch page. The screen cap one is.
There we go.
There we are right here. We are Just the Tip. And we like to stay moist. We got the Moist World Order hat, shirts.
I need that.
The guy on my right on a whole ass mug.
Wake up to that.
Look at them fucking leggings, dude. Like, I want to go to insert your favorite gym and see some shorty wearing some of these Moist World Order leggings.
Nice.
The fact that we know girls, beautiful girls, that have not ordered them, shame on you.
Shame.
Taking you out of my top whatever. On my fucking
MySpace.
my
friends.
MySpace, yeah.
Friends list.
You're off, you're not even going to be on my page when you go to people
You're
come
not
look
on.
at
You're
it.
not even. Then you make the
We're
top,
done.
The top 10.
We're
All the
fucking
rapping
done.
Paper, that's killer.
That hat right there is like, that's got,
I need that.
yeah, the beanie.
Yeah.
That's totally cool. We got a little patch. You just, if you got like a fucking biker gang,
Yeah.
And you're all like riding around on
E-bike
some
crew, you know?
e-bikes and segways and unicycles and shit. You get yourself a Moist World Order patch.
Support you there.
You got the Moist as Fuck, which I'm probably going to take down here because that was more of a Halloween theme coloration. And then we got Where the Hose At, and we got the Moist as Fuck sundresses.
Those are cute.
Sundress season in the South every year, every day. Well, most of the days. Make America Moist again. Policy is poverty, and so on and so on. And there's Big Bad Brad on a goddamn hoodie.
Yeah.
There's me on a playmat, drawn by Sukesha Ray. Moist and meaty shirts. Your mom sells food stamps for the kids at home. You can wear that, send your kids to school with that. And then you can go to work with your will fuck for food stamps. Because even though you're working a 9 to 5 and you're probably actually putting in 60 hours of work a week, you probably want some fucking assistance. You probably want food stamps. Maybe not your food stamps. Maybe somebody else's food stamps. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's food stamps.
Is that a lot?
I think that was the 11th commandment.
That's the 11th commandment.
The 11th one, yes. Didn't make it to the Bible. But honorable mention.
That one out.
Honorable mention.
They left that one out.
Yes. So, no, go check out the fucking page. Get you a Moist One jersey. Get you the beater with stupid neighbor. Or no, stupid idiot. I said stupid neighbor.
It's because of the alien. That alien's dope, though.
The alien is dope. I put the throw on him myself.
It's dope.
Where the white women at? Yeah, booty head hats. That's the last booty head thing we have on the page. I took a lot of it down. And then you got where the white women at? Bikini with the moist bottom.
There we go.
Yeah, and then the sup neighbor alien, Moist as Fuck, the anarchy. And then there's, all kinds of cool stuff. And then we got Don't Raise Victims, the polo. Such a fucking good phrase to live by. But anyway, we're going to transition over from our merch store that you should go buy shit from. And they're going to talk about this stupid idiot.
Oh, God.
What do we know about this stupid idiot other than the fact that he can't get out of his own way?
I mean, just the way he's going off about it, like, it's like, when someone dies, you show respect. That's me personally. Like, I don't know how it is. I don't know how other people were raised in this world, but like, when it comes to death, let that person rest. Like, don't be disrespectful.
I'm actually going to sound like the devil's advocate here in a minute.
If you had a problem with it, like, and the problem was unresolved, that to each your own. I let shit die at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I let shit die. You're
Literally.
dead. You're dead now. Our drama is no longer, not going to speak badly on you. May you rest in peace. But what in the world? This dude gets murdered by his child. Him and his wife get murdered by his child. And he comes out of
man.
Trump
People are not, I don't know.
So what about the crazy MAGA people? Because there are crazy MAGA people that are just like...
It's on both sides.
So,
Trump derangement is on both sides.
Who's super with you or super against you?
It's on both sides for sure. Man. All right.
So distasteful. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I'm going to advocate for the orange guy. Yeah, I know. And I'm not even a MAGA guy. I don't like people. Again, I've said this a million times. They dislike Trump because they were told to. And I just dislike him because I actually know I can see what's going on. And I've seen it for the better part of 10 years. Like, I've never been that guy who said some really catchy things, but he's never really stuck to them. Mm-hmm. However, on my Twitter account, and I never followed Rob Reiner, but he would always pop him up my feed. Mm-hmm. And there have been times where, like, I've dropped a comment on his shit because his whole Twitter had nothing to do with anything but Donald Trump. It was an unhealthy obsession with hating this man. It was literally, that was all. Like, and I got on there. I was like, bro, would you even have a Twitter if it wasn't for you bashing Trump? And I never drew the correlation as to who he was other than like an actor and a director. I just had no idea who the fuck this guy was. Mm-hmm. So when I see what he says here, he's like, a very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away together with his wife, Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome. He's not wrong here. I will tell this motherfucker, or I'll say when this motherfucker's wrong. If he was here, I'd tell him too. I don't give a shit.
Do you think Trump derangement syndrome's real?
I 100% on both sides. There's people that like worship this guy, and that's you know.
With worship comes the opposite. Of
Right, yeah. So like both sides that are like perpetually in love and hate with him, you're obsessed. This guy's living rent free in your head.
Ugh.
Anyways, Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDS. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump. He just spoke about himself in the third person. With his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpasses all goals and expectations of greatness. And with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before, may Rob and Michelle rest in peace. Looking off to the right here, and I just read this one. I pulled this up. It says, read what Trump wrote about Rob Reiner after him and his wife got murdered in their own home today. And then watch the attached video of Rob Reiner speaking about Charlie Kirk's assassination. Charlie was a person in which Rob Reiner hated, but watch the video. I have to look for this video.
I don't think he condoned like his murder. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he was like.
No, well, we're gonna have to look
but
that
it's
up.
like that's like the same thing that's going on with like the whole Charlie Kirk situation. Like, oh, he shouldn't have been murdered for his conversations that you'd have,
Right.
What he was promoting.
Right.
Rob Reiner didn't deserve, to get murdered.
No,
his
but
Trump
can
derangement
you imagine?
syndrome,
And I'm not justifying anything that fucking happened, but and by your own son, like he was like literally like his. If you read his fucking X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, it was obsessed with this. It was just relentless, fucking ongoing. So like, the man was obviously not well. If that is taking up that much of your fucking mind that you just can't, that's the only thing you can post about, that's it. Like, even if you're knowledgeable about something, you got to kind of like transition or do something different into, other topics. Because then it doesn't look as unhealthy obsessed. Like, we've all had people that were unhealthy, obsessed with hating me. I'm sure you've had some that have hated you.
I've had some haters.
Yeah, so like Trump is not wrong for what he's saying. I think maybe the timing of it all comes off as wrong.
I think it's wrong.
Maybe, but then again, if they didn't like each other, he didn't have to say anything.
Right, exactly.
Or he could have dissed him like, fuck you, one less idiot. He could have did that. This is pretty much what that's saying. In a lot more words. But no, like, we all know how Trump discards people that actually championed him for the longest time, like your Marjorie Taylor Greene, your Thomas Massey, people that wanted him to get to the spot and be like, okay, bring us to the promised land, daddy. And he completely closed the door on him and then started name calling him, trying to get him primaried. Like, he is the deep state that he's sworn to get rid of. We've seen this. This is real. Like,
the change, you can just tell when he got bought.
Yeah.
When he got bought, like, he was preaching all this stuff to get,
right,
elected his first time around, and then gets elected, skates by, and then next thing you know, here he is, second wave.
But
Bought. His second wave was bought.
I want to know what this fucking video is and if it's in the comments at all.
I don't know what it is. But I know what he's talking about, because it's like Rob. Yeah, it's Rob Reiner's.
Rob Reiner speaking about.
But I don't think he like bashes Charlie Kirk again. He doesn't. He probably agrees with.
I'd be interested to see. I'm going to actually go look.
Yeah,
let's check it out in real time. Search.
Right there in front of here is what Rob Reiner had to say about Donald Trump.
At the fabric of our democracy.
The single most unqualified human being to ever assume the presidency of the United States. He's mentally unfit.
People always say, you could redo all the family. I said, what do you mean? We're living it. We've got Archie in the White House. He always, when he quotes something that isn't him, and they're talking about Donald Trump, he goes,
another thing, I did not know and I never drew the correlation until he actually got murdered, that he was this guy right here in All in the Family. So like I'd commented on the shit, didn't follow him, but like I never knew that this is the same guy. So like I remember watching Archie Bunker as a child and seeing that. So like he was Meathead.
Donald Trump, boom, 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 boom. Every character is exactly the same. Well, Donald Trump, boom, 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 every time. And he always does that walk where he does like this, you know? Always.
The problem he has, as far as I can see, is that he's a pathological liar. People have to understand our democracy is being taken away from us.
All right, I fucking every fucking time I hear that, democracy is tyranny of the majority. But the fact that people on either the left or right can say that shit, and they say it, I think it's this video down here, and they say it like they're not shitting on democracy themselves when their fucking people are bought and sold and put in position to win these things. That's not democracy. You're fucking draft picking your own squad and then paying them. Like, it's not the same. All right, I want to see what he says here.
When you first heard about the murder of Charlie Kirk, what was your immediate gut reaction to it?
Well, horror. Absolute horror. And I unfortunately saw the video of it, and it's beyond belief what happened to him, and that should never happen to anybody. I don't care what your political beliefs are. That's not acceptable. That's not a solution to solving problems. And I felt like what his wife said at the service, at the memorial they had, was exactly right. And totally, I believe, I'm Jewish, but I believe in the teachings of Jesus, and I believe in doing to others, and I believe in forgiveness. And what she said to me was beautiful and absolutely, what she.
Well, he didn't say anything bad, so he was a class act on that.
Yeah.
Good on him. But I don't know. If there really was, I think a lot of this stuff is theater where people position themselves against each other, and then they're nice, and when they're in vicinity of each other, they're all cool in a gang and just like they're chill.
They all ate lunch at the same cafeteria.
Right, and it's not our cafeteria, but maybe there was, and like if I would look at somebody that was actually obsessed with hating the man, Rob Reiner was the guy. But I don't know, like what drives you as a child to do that to your parents? Other than like the Menendez brothers were allegedly abused a lot by their parents or whatever, and then they, followed through. And then what was that Gypsy Rose chick? She had her mom killed and stuff, like, because they didn't have any way out of these scenarios maybe that were abusive. I don't know what the relationship is between Rob and his kid. But for it to get to that fucking point, what was the driving force for that? Like, what pushed that dude over the edge? Was that just like a whole systemic outcome of like his relationship with his dad? Was just like, was it toxic all the times? Did he demean him?
I mean, coming from someone that, I don't want to say has a family member with TDS or anything like that, seeing it on both ends, like seeing where like I have family members that are like super MAGA, super like Trump humpers, as I like to call them,
right?
And then I have other people that are on the other side of the whole, like the other side of the fence, that are like, like they are, where was I going? Anti-Trump, like TDS, like they listen to nothing but that anti-Trump rhetoric, and it's like, Trump's Satan, Trump's the devil, Trump's blamed for everything. Which I mean, if you're gonna you got to start blame and like pinpoint your blames, follow the money, because Trump might be pulling some strings, but there's puppet masters that are in these corporations, and it's just like, if you want to boycott, you got to boycott like the real issue. You can't just be like, I'm just gonna blame the orange man for everything. Like
that's learned.
I can see where it's like, it's definitely makes someone go like psycho, because like I think about it, you got you're hearing it, especially if you're living around those, your parents or that family member. You're like, you hear their rhetoric all day, and then you also hear the anti-rhetoric because you're like, what if you do have an opposite stance, or like you're also listening to the opposition of that. I don't want to say a lot of media like could make people go crazy. I feel like it's you could be manipulating.
It's programming.
You could be manipulating different ways to act.
Yeah, it's programming. If you intake this and that's all you hear all the fucking time, it's actually like restructuring your belief system, and you're being cultured into that. And some like I will listen to both sides, and I can objectively pick them both apart and show them how they're both hypocritical of each other. Like they can have a stance that sits this way on one position, like on one topic, but the exact opposite on a similar topic with a similar outcome, and make just, you know what I mean? Like they're all talking points that never get thrown away. They get recycled because the politicians just sit there and talk them into existence through media or through their platforms. They don't want them to go away because then they have nothing to talk about. And if they have nothing to talk about, then no one's going to vote for them. So they create this system where they have to have this fucking invisible boogeyman or slap this label on them boogeyman, whether it be LGBT or Muslim or Jewish or whatever the fuck it is. But there's always this back and forth.
I mean, honestly, if the way I look at it is if the people claim Trump or our government has as much power as they claim that they do, or so much control over us, why isn't the opposition just getting freaking laser beamed out of the sky? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they got laser beams that can catch people's houses on fire, so we can redevelop areas. For all these forest fires. Yeah. Why isn't anybody just getting wiped out? Hey, you got an opposing status, Well,
because they're all tax cattle.
Let me just laser beam your house real quick. Well, I mean, somebody will get paid off of that. Somebody had insurance. Right. So it's like, so somebody can get paid. And if the government has all this power over us, that money could just get rerouted after the person's dead. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They could just start pocketing those,
But no, and
I could be a supervillain all day. I'm just saying, I got a supervillain mastermind mind when it comes to the government being the devil in most people's eyes. Like, I'm like, if
people never draw the correlation as that, both of all these corporations fund both sides. Mm-hmm. So you're arguing on both behalves of their dollars, their money. You know what I mean? So they'll put that it's manufactured beef, and it just is always Tupac, Biggie back in the day. I'm sure there was a genuine beef there, but the record labels made money off that beef. Right. So the controversy.
AI is just helping out the corporations. They're like, oh, hey, this is trending. This is going to be trending in a week. Right. Due to all the data, this is going to be correlating in a week. We need to cause a disturbance. Right. Boom, and it just trickles down from the corporations. Yeah. But it's probably AI driven, honestly, at this point.
But if they really wanted Trump gone, if they did not want Trump in the White House, he never got ballot access. I knew when they were like, oh, he's going to get hit with 36 or 37 felonies, whatever the hell it was. I was like, this is a circus. He's going to fucking dodge it all, and he's going to be on the ballot. Nope, he is not going to be on the ballot. On previous podcasts that I've done, I have stated this is a work. This is a fucking ruse. This is completely manufactured. Out of all the people in the world, your best two people that you had going against each other were Donald Trump and Joe Biden.
It's never the best.
Or Donald Trump and Kamala Harris.
It's never the best people.
No, because
they're the best politician.
They're probably the more controversial points of each other on a surface. Right. But look how many people, when Trump's all these people, all this corruption, gonna get exposed. They're gonna get arrested. Who the fuck's been arrested?
Nobody.
Where's the list? Where is all this money that was spent and went and redirected in other places? Where is it? The war is going to end in Ukraine day one. Where's that? We're still giving them millions and billions of dollars. None of that ever fucking stopped.
Gaza war is still going on, pal,
Right. So that never ever stopped. And at this point, if you're riding with this guy still,
you're riding the lie train.
You're either a fucking idiot or you're purchased.
The fallacy facts machine.
Yeah, you're either a fucking idiot or you're purchased. The people that have see it and go, oh, well, if they still say it's better than the other option, I'd argue against that because what the fuck has changed?
Nothing.
Prices are still fucking sky high.
Yeah, shit's just gotten kind of worse.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's the same shit. Rinse, repeat.
Rinse, repeat.
But anyway, I'm going to get away from BB's bitch, and then we're going to move on to a beanie bitch.
Big old
Well, I got a beanie too, but he's got a beanie, but I'm not a bitch.
This guy's a bitch.
I've watched him pool for a while. He was like, he had a logical appeal, but he was also a fence sitter. He would never fully condemn anybody. But in this rant here, this is the most angry I've ever seen this dude. He was never this angry, even towards the fucking retarded left and their stupid ideals. And that he swore that he didn't like. But this right here was very venomous. We're going to watch it. I'm sure it's been aired on fucking every platform for 1,000 times. But you haven't seen it, have you?
I haven't seen all
This is his first play at
I
this.
saw the first interaction, I think the first
We will go
prior to this.
to the screen cap. The screen cap. And we're going to play this shit.
Candace Owens is a fucking evil scumbag. She is a degenerate cunt.
Oh.
She is burning everything down, and she's gloating and smiling while she does it. And you know what you fucking told me? She has no security.
That part, I don't understand that part. Why? Like, what's the security part? No security.
You're just telling everybody she's targetable.
I mean, this is the part where I'm like, he's definitely Russia.
Yeah, we'll get more context here.
Definitely Russia.
Look at his face right now. Look at that pause. That's a good pause. He looks like an idiot.
His O face right there.
It is. It's when he's fucking squeezing one off on his beanie baby. Anyways,
She doesn't fucking deal with the shit we have to deal with. She's a piece of shit. She's making everyone else suffer. And all of these fucking conservatives out there that send me these fucking messages have no fucking balls.
oh my God, dude. If you look back on his right shoulder there, that is like the rarest of rare Magic the Gathering cards.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
He's got a few there.
But you know what? You should just send him to me, Tim. I'll take really good care of him because, like, you've lost all credibility.
To call her out. More and more people have started doing it. They send me these fucking messages. Good for you, Tim. Good for you, Tim. I wasn't the first person to do it. I'm not going to take credit for that. But don't fucking DM me. Like I did something for you as you cower. As you fucking cower. Scared that she'll put you on her thumbnail and claim you benefited from Charlie Kirk's assassination. Which he's doing to me right fucking now.
Yeah, that was the.
I'm fucking done with these people.
You know what might be fucking done?
Simple.
His ratings.
Yeah, I hope crash and burn, buddy.
He has security, just not in the
When it
level.
comes
of you.
to
Here-
Oh yeah, the one fat guy you mentioned with no wall and no barrier in a suburban neighborhood with neighbors. Shouldn't give two fucking shits. No one's out for her. She's lying about all of this. You told me you went to her house and she's got a 4-foot wall and one fat guy. And she,
what's wrong with the fat guy? Security.
Exposing the vulnerability of a
it's almost
woman podcaster because she's actually producing content that asks legitimate questions where people, instead of arguing or debating her topics and questions, they're attacking her. And this dude is exposing the fact that she has one fat guy and a 4-foot wall. Like, hey, if you don't like what she's saying, she's vulnerable. That's how I translate that.
It's almost like he's like putting her on like a.
Yeah,
it's
like-
almost like it's its own psyop, low key. Like here's
Like,
the hit.
her best friend just got hit.
Right, here's the hit.
And now you're putting it out there for the world to hear, and especially if she does have a hit from the people in the France, like she says. You're telling them exactly, like you're giving them a blueprint.
Right.
Like you are an accessory if something happens to her, bro. Just that's fucking like who is the degenerative cunt now?
Who's your producer?
Yeah, let's see what
she
here.
doesn't give a shit about our security. Meanwhile, I get bullets fired at my fucking property and I have to go live in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, he got bullets fired at his property. One of them back in 2022, if I remember correctly, was his own brother. And then there was an alleged circumstance that happened in the past couple of weeks, but it was never a police report filed. They said they were going to go over the footage, then work with police afterward. That's not how that works.
No.
Someone fires a gun, the cops are immediately involved.
Right.
So I'm calling bullshit on that. Like, I think he manufactures a lot of his self-inflicted wounds just to get viewership. Like, oh, I was shot at, I was swatted. There was times where I watched him and you see him pop up and they get swatted, but you never saw the people swatting him.
Right.
So I don't know if he did that to, over dramatize it and to get people like, oh shit, I gotta watch Tim Pool, he's gonna get swatted again. Or I'm wondering if those are fucking legit. I don't know. The dude seems to be full of shit right now.
And I got fucking strangers coming up to my house in Maryland, breaking in. I got people showing up and beating up the residents who try to live there. How the fuck am I even supposed to sell this property? And it's all lies, it's all hypocrisy, and it is for the purpose of making money. And she does not live the way other people live. And she claims she liked Charlie, she loved Charlie, and she is burning everything down that he built. Because she is evil. She is evil. And I'll say it again, this conservative movement is fractured, it's fried, whatever it is. Okay? Republicans are on track to lose the midterms. They were actually trending in the other direction until Charlie Kirk was murdered. Yeah. And this is the point, isn't it? The most effective political assassination in history, and thanks to the likes of the vile cunt Candace Owens, she has turned Turning Point into the perpetrators of the crime that was against them.
I think Candace Owens needs to get on her merch shop and come out with a shirt that says vile cunt and rock it on her podcast. I will buy 10 and I will wear one. And then I will fucking give the other ones away.
I don't get paid by any of these people. I'm not on good terms necessarily with Turning Point USA. They didn't invite me to their stupid event. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. They invited me back after I started criticizing Candace. I'm not going to your event. I'm over all of this shit. The last thing that I need to deal with is a bunch of cowards in conservative media refusing to stand up to her. Megyn Kelly, come on. I appreciate the kind words, but come on. Such fucking pathetic bullshit. And I get people saying, Tim, thank you so much for talking about it. I don't care. I'm not doing a favor for anybody. I'm not doing this to benefit anybody. Nobody's paying me. There's no fucking Russia. There's no fucking Israel. There's just me sticking my neck out and then risking dying for what? A bunch of cowards that don't want to stand up to protect themselves? People like fucking Candace Owens?
I couldn't believe that she put you in the thumbnail.
What a fucking cunt.
Oh my gosh, in the thumbnail is crazy.
Piece today.
I'm done.
Yeah,
I remember telling her to just put anything in anybody's face in a thumbnail.
She benefited. I think she's a Fed, and I think she killed Charlie.
Whoa.
Candace Owens.
So you just redirected at the end there?
What?
Not you.
What he just said, he's like, I didn't hear that part before. I think she's a Fed, and I think she killed Charlie.
Because this is not what they're calling him, basically. It's a Fed. Somebody who's getting paid.
What the fuck?
Right.
I don't know, Tim. I think I'm going to transition. We're going to get the next topic's going to be Candace and Erica Kirk meeting up. But this is going to test the mettle of Candace Owens, because Erica Kirk was just kind of like, she's out there with her bullshit acting. I'm going to just fucking say it. She's a terrible fucking actor with her little, like, shut the fuck up. You're fake as fuck. I don't want to say that about somebody that's allegedly grieving, but it doesn't sound too much like grief. It sounds more like, you're coming at my incompetent team that didn't protect my husband. I am upset that his best friend is actually trying to expose what actually happened, because a 30-06 would have severed his head from his shoulders. Like, if it had hit him in his neck, it would have been hanging on by ligaments at best. So, like, that's just one variable that's not being even talked about by Erica Kirk or their team. They're riding with that bullshit.
I can forgive the murderer, but I can't forgive someone who's just talking shit.
Right, and she's not even talking shit. She's like, hey, I need answers to these questions. And rather than anybody going, hey, here's an answer to this question, they're riding that that terrible story. You figure if you're going to fucking hit somebody or do an assassination, you've had, Kennedy happened in 62 or something like that? 62, 63? I don't remember. I'm sorry, I wasn't around. But there was so many holes in that story. You've had how many years to fucking fix shit, and you've had how many false flags in 9/11, some of these bombings, a lot of these shootings. You've had somebody that kind of actually make it your argument or your thing airtight and you still haven't figured out how to fucking, like, if you were going to say the man got shot just by the video itself, you could have been like, well, that looks like the bullet wound or an exit wound of, because that's clearly either an exit wound or something that ruptured inside and came out. You would appropriate that to a bullet of that size. Whereas a 30-06 would go in like a fucking quarter and come out like a goddamn cash register. So you have that, you have footage, just one guy running across the rooftop. No, so many other cameras around. They don't have anything else out there.
Any event,
Like she is thoroughly investigating it. So now we're gonna shut off the beanie bitch who just throws bitch fits over here, and we're gonna go over to Candace, and we're gonna listen to this beautiful lady speak.
4.5 hours later, I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm totally fine, and I'm sorry. I was gonna do a show for you guys this evening, but I am truly exhausted. Very productive conversation. I asked every single question. I mean, from Egyptian planes to Turning Point USA Faith, and I was very surprised by some of the answers that I got, and I think they were also very surprised when I shared certain intel. This probably should have happened a very long time ago, but I wanted to let you guys know that I am alive, and I will have the full rundown for you guys tomorrow of what transpired.
That's today.
And yeah, I think it'll
be today,
a
yes.
very big step in the right direction. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Now, this is make it or break it for Candace. If she comes out with this, me and Erica are buddy, da 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 da, they were right, I was wrong, shit, you're gonna collapse. Like she'll tank. I don't know that I see that happening. I almost, like, again, I said on the show before, I think was a brilliant woman at making the left look stupid, which is not really hard to do, but she was very eloquent in doing so. I think she's a very smart woman. This is going to be the make it or break it for Candace. If she comes out and says, yeah, we had a talk, da 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 da, and like the investigation's new, like it's going to go one of two ways. It can't go anywhere in the middle, because if it's in the middle, people are going to question where she's at. She has to stay where she was, because where she was the right place. Saying, okay, none of this shit adds up. I need answers. But the fact that this happened and it didn't happen on camera, it could turn into some he said, she said bullshit, or she said, she said. I want resolve. But Erica, as you can see in a lot of those fucking clips, was just like, like the fucking, ooh, the mean, mean mugging. And then when she's not mean mugging, she's dabbing up her tears.
Yeah.
I want to see the whole investigation, like team up, superhero team up. Like, okay, I made my point. Erica now sees where I'm coming from. But how would she not see where she was coming from before? How do you debate or refute anything that Candace has said as not logical? Logical questions. Why was this not a fucking thing? You know what I mean? I'd hit my foot pedal.
The only thing that she's updated is talking about Tim, the guy we were just watching, the Tim guy.
Yeah.
That's the only thing she's responded to so far, and it's almost 24 hours exact.
Yeah, she does her show at like 2 in the afternoon or whatever. But a productive private meeting after feud. I don't even know that it's a feud, because she wasn't saying anything against them other than the fact that, like, you're not answering my questions. Why? You look like you're covering some shit up, because it does look like they're covering some shit up. But I hope she doesn't flop, man. I hope she stays the course. I hope Candace remains true. It would be interesting to see that. But now we are going to transition into another topic that's not as political yet.
Before that, though, do you think we're going to go to war with Venezuela before Friday?
Oh, that's when the files are supposed to drop, huh? The redacted, Sharpied fucking files.
So do you think we're going to war before that, or some sort of catastrophic event's going to happen?
Well, they were talking about there's supposed to be another false flag in the second week in December.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always do the bait and switch. Something gonna happen.
Something's gonna happen.
Yeah, something
Whatever
gonna happen.
happened to whatever happened to the Atlas? Whatever happened to that thing though? Asteroid
Yeah.
was heading towards us. Did that just
Yeah.
magically disappear? I'm just wondering, what is the distraction gonna be this time? Like somebody's dying, like some sort of big celebrity's gonna pass away, or something's gonna happen this week. I'm not hoping for death on anybody, but I'm just saying something's gonna happen.
I'm gonna go back in time a little bit here. And I covered this with Josh, where I commented on John Snyder. You know who John Snyder is? He is the actor from the Dukes of Hazzard,
Okay.
Bo Luke, and then he was in a bunch of shit, but he was also in Smallville. He was Pa Kent.
Okay.
And the Trump assassination attempt in Butler happened. And he said something. He's like, something doesn't add up, this, that, and the other thing. I was like, well, dude, if you think it's more than 2 shooters, you would like, and the federal government's not coming forward and saying so. This, I'm paraphrasing what I said. That would allude to it being a false flag. To which he commented back to me, "You're a disgrace to your whole family, yada, 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 yakety schmackety. Like, who would think such a thing?" And I'm like, in his own words, I'm just like, bro, that's not saying it was a false flag. I'm saying by what you're saying, it being 2 shooters, but the media and the government themselves is saying it's only 1, would allege a cover-up. So when he came to Steel City Con and I was there, my one friend, Danielle, she's like, you should have printed that shit out and had him sign it. And I was like, what a fucking boss move. I missed an opportunity on. Yes, I should have. Because, like, yeah. But that has me thinking, there are all these assassination attempts, political assassination attempts. His ear is still fucking fine. If you got shot with an ear, that'd be crazy. That'd be one of the new AI videos where like a bunch of ears come flying out of the gun instead of cats. Yeah, shooting you with ears. Make it happen, AI people. No, it makes you think, like, was that because that was like a very solidifying moment for his campaign. Was like, he just beat all the fucking, or he got all these felonies. He's not going to jail. He survived an assassination attempt. There were people that died. You didn't hear anything about the dude on the roof, except for he was in a commercial for a very, very large corporation.
Yep.
And that was it.
That kind of got swept under the rug.
It got swept under the rug. So that tells me that his security team, and like he knows, you got to know what happened by now. Not by now and by then. Like, if he's dead and gone, what are you protecting by not exposing his life or what happened before that? So it makes you wonder if that itself was manufactured. Like, you got to break a couple eggs and make an omelet, and the people in the background that actually did die and get shot.
How are they going to find a jury pool for any of these people either?
Right.
Like the whole Tyler Robinson. Is it Tyler Robinson? Yeah.
Yeah.
How are they going to find a jury pool for that?
How about the shooter in Australia?
Yeah.
And they're gonna clamp down on them gun laws because they already don't fucking have guns, I don't believe.
Yeah.
He was Googled from
Israel?
Again.
Yeah.
Hours before. Like, the internet's telling on you right now. Like, all these things that I said, all these things, people don't normally go do this shit, man. Like, there has to be a political motivation behind it. There has to be some control measure through fear and media by these things happening to kind of get consent from other people. Like, give up your guns, give up your guns, give up your guns. Well, I'm going to argue against that and say, give them more guns. Give everybody guns, because, like, when you give up the guns, the only people that have them now are the police and the criminals. And then you are just subject to
cannon fodder at that.
Yeah, like you're the only one without a gun now, and
isn't that what's kind of like happening in like England? Like they have no guns, and then it's
no guns. You sit there and call somebody retarded online, and you're going to jail, or a faggot online, and you're going to jail. And this happened. I'm not saying those things.
V for Vendetta was talking about like the big state and how Big Brother was watching.
There's 1984 in that bitch over there.
Yeah.
George Orwell, man.
They got CCTV watching you on every corner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
Y'all need to kick a few tables up over there, man. That shit ain't even right. Like, this is what happens when you give that up.
Ireland. Go back to Iron
But anyway, we're done with the political shit. We're going to move on. There is a new game. It's on the PlayStation Network. It is free to download. It gives me a little bit of Assassin's Creed, Elden Rings, and
Baldur's Gate.
maybe a little Baldur's. No, I wouldn't say Baldur's. Maybe a little Baldur's Gate.
Elden Ring for sure.
Elden Ring, Assassin's Creed, and
Kind of like Diablo. Kind of feels like Diablo too with the different
what's the other one I want to say?
the different cosmetics as well as gear you can get for your character.
Assassin's Creed, Elden Ring, and Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Toshiba.
Yeah, Toshiba. Yes. No, it gives me those. It gives me like a little bit of all those things. We both downloaded it. I now have 8 terabytes of free space on my one of my PlayStation 5s. So I was like, shit, free game. It looks cool. Let's try it out. We were not co-oping, but we were in the same PlayStation party last night. But we're going to watch a video from Boomstick Gaming.
Shout out to Boomstick.
Shout out to Boomstick. We're going to watch this. I haven't watched this yet. It's going to have some helpful hints, hopefully, that we can implement in our gameplay. But this game is actually cool for being free. It's open world. It's pretty tight. I like it.
Highly recommend to get it.
Yes, I mean,
especially if you're big on like RPG exploration, like customization, like, and obviously
the battling is really fucking cool.
Swords and spear fighting.
Battling is it's the mechanics of it all can get a little complex, but once you get used to it, it's pretty cool. We're gonna fire this up.
It has been sponsored by Where Winds Meet, which just launched free on PC and PlayStation 5. Alright, there's some things I think every new player will want to grab at the very start of their playthrough. I know I wish I had some of these earlier in mind, so I'm going to take you through how to get your first mount, find some weapon upgrades, and important abilities you could miss because this cinematically stoic baby is not going to just save itself. A quick overview though if you haven't been following the development of Where Winds Meet. This can be taken on as a large-scale single-player action RPG with open-world exploration.
You get to pet all the cats. I pet every cat that I walk by. I've not been attacked yet. So if you guys are out there and you're homebodies, you don't have that loved one at home, you don't have that girl or whatever, you get all the pussy in the world that you can pet.
Pussy in the world.
All right, so all you sweaty-ass neck-beard motherfuckers that ain't bathed in like 3 months, ain't even got off the couch, you can summon your inner cat lady. All right.
Tons of side content, tough bosses to figure out how to live through, and a rich story tying it all together. Or you could treat this more as a social game, grouping up with friends in multiplayer modes and battling stuff together. Where Winds Meet essentially gives you the freedom to create your own playstyle through it. If you want to become a murderous bandit, steal from NPCs, you can, but you risk the punishments of the crime system if someone is left alive to report you to the authorities. This playstyle might get you jumped by bounty hunters obsessed with your face and even land you in prison. Here you'll lose that cute haircut you previously had as you have to actually serve out your sentence. Or just maybe bribe your way out of there. Another playstyle, obey the rules, be goody good, help people catch thieves, and even become a doctor in your spare time. My first attempts at this profession led me into a full medical card game battling a sick goose's infection, obviously. My slight malpractice was...
Dude, the card game shit, did you get to that point yet?
No.
It's pretty tricky. You got to watch it. It does like it has
a lot of mini games I've noticed.
Yeah,
like a lot of things.
It has the cues where you hit like L2, square, whatever it is, kind of like almost the combat system. But then you pick the card, and has the card. There's a series of cards, and some of them, once you pick them, you can't pick them again until like it circles through or cycles through. I actually won my first card battle yesterday. It's very fucking weird because you got to read everything, and it happens so fast. So if that was one complaint I had about it so far, it's that. I'm not too keen on that shit. But we'll see what else he's talking about.
Not much appreciated. Ailments and injuries are a real thing here, and if your character becomes sick or hurt badly enough, you'll have to find an in-world doctor to cure you, or seek the aid of another online player offering their medical prowess. Where Winds Meet can be played as immersive, by-yourself solo as you want it to be, or as multiplayer cooperative as you want it to be, seeking the help of other online players. Before I knew what type of game this really was, the very first thing I did out in the open world was learn Tai Chi from a bear.
Same.
And I used that to pick up the bear, chuck it into a pile of rocks, revealing a hidden chest behind. And that told me, yeah, that this is going to be my kind of thing. Now, as soon as you start your playthrough, invest a keep-it-to-yourself amount of time in the character creator and get through the intro prologue, you can essentially then go explore wherever you want. One of the first things that I suggest that you do is find a mount. The easiest, semi-illegal way to get a horse is on the dirt roads right in front of the starting location. Just find someone traveling on these paths, approach,
Snatch
take them
that
out of
horse.
their ride, take off.
Grand Horse
Now it's your
Auto.
horse. That's how life works.
Horse Theft Auto.
Bring up the radial menu, and now you can call for this mount from wherever you're at. The more legal way to find and tame a horse, though, is to travel just a short distance north across the river, where you'll find a few wild horses. Crouch to sneak up on one, and then I wish you luck in the Dance Horse Revolution minigame.
Oh, wow.
Crouch. Sneak up on it. Didn't we talk about this earlier in the car?
Yeah.
We're going to transition to a side quest topic here, since this game has a lot of side quests, as does any
really
game
does.
like this. But like
Has a minigame for just about everything.
the days of romance of like sending a girl a letter and like, you know, having like this, you know, crush or whatever, and just trying to like finesse her and look up the courage to talk to her. Tevin Campbell, Can We Talk for a Minute, was on the radio. Well, I was on my phone playing through my radio in the car. And so I was like, yeah, those days are just gone, man. Nowadays, it's just like you get like, you know, get a half-mast Jones and then slide up on a shorty and like grind it on her. And then if she like approves, she approves. If not, like she runs away and tells on you. Like the gift of gab is gone. The days of romance is gone.
Writing a girl a letter, you know.
I made me think that when you just like crept up a non-consenting fucking horse.
Yeah.
And mounted it.
And mounted it.
All right, now back to our, you know, boomstick gaming.
No, before we started that up, I last night when we played or whatever, the one dude was sitting there playing the guitar or whatever. I was telling you it was like Guitar Hero or Rock Band. Like they have a mini game.
Did you get to the part where she pulls the thing up, like she does this thing?
The draws.
The draws, yeah,
Yeah,
and then
the
she
draws.
like flicks the water and it goes and hits this big bell.
Yeah,
yeah, that was
did
pretty fucking cool.
Those were it seems like there's like even the gift to gab. There's a mini game to gab to like chatting it up with somebody.
Yeah,
on the PC.
and you can
mini game.
build. I did this yesterday. Friendships with a lot of the NPCs that are AI, and then one called me, and I created a female character, and it called me. It was like
a dude.
Like it was a pronoun, or it associated me with the wrong gender. For the first time ever in my life, I was wrong gender, so I called him, who was visibly a dude, a ma'am. He's like, ma'am. Well, I haven't heard that in quite some time. And then like the AI actually goes back and forth with you, and you can build friendships with these people. So when you see them and they're merchants, they'll get discount you or hook you up with some shit. But yeah,
pretty fun game so far.
So far.
Game. If you succeed, that horse is now yours. If you
Buy
open
the drink first.
Appearance menu, then toggle over to mounts. And here you can see the differences between the horses you found. And open the management screen to set one free if you want, or mark on your map.
It's another thing I was looking into. Some horses just like they're OP.
They're OP.
Overpowered and like.
So it would be impossible to fuck you and the horse you rode in on if they're OP.
Yeah, some horses just have all the like unlimited stamina, that kind of thing.
Unlimited stamina. Damn.
Where you can sell them off.
Is this game sponsored
This
by
guy
Blue
will
Chew?
buy unwanted horses off of you if you want to just become a full-time horse thief entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
If you haven't
Entrepreneur,
already,
he
just head
said.
northwest from the starting location to meet the oddity collector. Spot the better half of him sticking out of a pile of rocks, and after you save him,
Don't mount.
he'll present you with a very important choice: teachings on how to wield one of 4 new weapon types. So make sure you pick the best option that you actually want to use. Everyone starts the game with a sword and a spear, but here you can also take the Panacea Fan as an option.
Got that.
This is a fast, flowy, mid-range weapon with some healing properties if you want some extra survivability. The Thundercry Blade is going to be a tanky, brutish weapon that hits slow but hard, especially if you charge its attacks. The Infernal Twin Blades are a quick,
got those
multi-hit
yesterday.
agile weapon that can enter a supercharged state, and most of its abilities are movement-based. The Umbrella is a unique weapon that mixes ranged strikes and aerial attacks. However, a perk of this umbrella is that it can also be used to supplement your alternate weapon by tossing the umbrella up into the air to automatically snipe enemies while you use the moveset of another weapon.
That's fucking
Pick
sick.
one of those 4 weapons, and the others that you don't pick, you'll have to learn how to use those later in the game, like the rope dart, which the Oddity Collector does not offer to teach. Now, though, you do have a brand new weapon type to play around with. After that, I recommend heading south from there to these ruins. In the doorway at the front, you'll meet an NPC that starts a quest, and you'll have to clear out the enemies occupying these ruins to then find a clue that leads to a new ability hidden underground. Light only the torches here that are circled red on that piece of paper clue that you found. Then use the mighty drop out of the air on this pressure plate to trigger a secret passageway. Work your way through here, and at the end, your reward is the Touch of Death Mystic Art. This essentially unlocks your stealth takedown. Sneak up behind someone, and now you'll see a prompt to use the Touch of Death. However, a little trick is if you double jump, you can actually use the Touch of Death from a further distance away, since the height advantage makes them vulnerable to stealth attacks.
So it is like Assassin's Creed in that sense.
Now, I want to get into a few just general gameplay tips that I think everybody should know. Like, if you use your Wind Sense ability, but then target an NPC during it, you can see what they're holding, select it, and hit Request to either ask them nicely to give it to you or more aggressively to seize it, which might scare them into giving you that item. Sometimes you'll get lucky and an NPC will just willingly hand you their prized possessions. Free stuff. After you follow the main quest line that leads into unlocking your talent tree, the first unlock that you get is Divine Craft Fire. With that, now anytime you see one of these large lit torch things, interact with them to pull out some fire oil, which you can use. Keep a lookout for areas with multiples of these. It's worth running around and farming as much as you can, because a fire oil will be consumed automatically every time you enter combat now, giving your weapon a flame coating. Before you amass a ton of these oils, though, you might not want the game to automatically apply these for super easy fights. So, under Game, then Auto Use Divine Craft Tool, set this to Close if you would prefer to manually apply that fire buff. Then you'll need to toggle over to your Divine Craft Fire on your item bar and put it on yourself. 2 more nodes over in the talent.
Alright. I think we got the hint there.
It's a pretty darn good game.
For free, dude, it's pretty intricate. Definitely an intricate game. It's fun to play. I'll watch the rest of that video later. I learned some shit I didn't know, but I'm happy I learned it. But I also, it's like trial and error, doing it yourself. But doing something yourself with something like that, with a game like that, can get you fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Prime example, Fallout 76, No Man's Sky. There's just a few.
Elden Ring.
Like,
I re-downloaded that and fired it up the other day.
There's
and
games that I bought or downloaded 5 years ago. Destiny 2. 5 years ago, that first release, they're trash or they're buggy. Like, I feel like Cyberpunk down the road might be a game like that. That's like,
Yeah, I downloaded that on my computer. I have that on my off Steam.
But yeah, there's a lot of games. Like it's a 50-50. I feel like with this, I mean, it's got a lot of elements that people are used to.
Yeah.
But it also has that like Japanese feel to it as well, with all the mini games and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's kind of got a little bit for everybody.
I think like a lot of the interactions with some of the NPCs or even some of the regular characters in the game, sometimes they'll speak to you and then you'll have the captions on it. But then sometimes they won't speak and you just have the captions, so there's inconsistencies there.
Yeah.
The card game was not a big fan of it. You got to be really fucking fast with that shit. You got to be able to like read what's on the card as well as when you have to hit the certain button to kind of get it in. Almost like the attack mechanic.
Gabbing was the talking one was.
Yes, exactly like that. Exactly. Yeah.
I was like, I lost that instantly. I was like, no.
Like, and then did you do the pitching thing yet?
Where you had to pitch it in the palm?
Yeah, I could not fucking do that.
Yeah. Oh, as soon as this put both triggers in, because there's a part where it's like you have to use both the triggers to like. And then there was like a drunken bonus as well. I had a bunch of stuff that you could use, but there was like a drunken bonus or where you could get drunk and like. No.
Nah, I did.
As soon as they did that double toggle, no.
I did the bow and arrow like day 1 or day 2 or whatever with that dude, and he beat me. That was kind of tricky to get a hold of that, but after a while I got used to it. use that on the farm life out there when you want like some shit. But yeah, that will do it for us. We did 59 minutes, almost an hour. We've got to go get our pics taken with Santa and shit like that. So we do want to thank everybody that tuned in to watch us or is watching us later when we send the link and post the link. I'm going to try to get my videos. They are in a different, on YouTube, they're in a different category. When you go to our page, you can't find them, but you have to go to listed videos or previous videos, or I forgot what it's titled. And then it will, then you can watch previous videos from us. So, but I want to get them moved to the actual catalog, and I got to figure out how the fuck to do that. Josh is still MIA, and we hope we get him back soon so we can get some of these things figured out. But again, go to our merch page and make sure you, you know,
find something you like. It's Christmas.
It's Christmas. Find something somebody else likes. It's Christmas. You know, there's a lot of fun shit on here. We took, you know, the time to make, and would like to see everybody repping it.
Yeah.
All right. But until next time, we're going to train Dylan to get closer to the mic, and hopefully he shows up.
Stay moist, stay hydrated.
Moist and hydrated. Even in the winter. You definitely got to.
Yeah.
You got to. Because that's when you get all crampy and shit like that. You know what I mean? All right, guys. But, no, thanks for tuning in. And we'll try to get another one in here, maybe possibly this weekend. And maybe, you know, that list will drop Friday and we'll have more content to cover.
Thanks for sponsoring us, Mo's.
Thanks for sponsoring us, Mo's, even though you didn't sponsor us, Mo's. But you can sponsor us if you want to.
Shoot us an email.
We would love that. We would completely love that. I'm looking for the end screen ending. So, again, guys, thank you very much for tuning in.
I got 30-some hoes, you at the crib making TikToks. Perky gon' blow like a 30-6 dog. She gon' fuck my bros, cause I know that she a big dog. I come from the low, but I'm standing at the tip. I got 30-some hoes, you at the crib making TikToks. Perky gon' blow like a 30-6 dog. She gon' fuck my bros, cause I know that she a big dog. I come from the low, but I'm standing at the tip top. Lot of hoes to choose from, I ain't scared to lose one. Bitch, I've been a thought boy since I was reading Goosebumps. Standing on the block, I was testing out my new gun. Mix the off-white with the blue ones. I know I'll be alright when I'm going through some. Got some raw white if you wanna do some. Heard he tryna ball like me, now he got no funds. I got 30-some hoes, you at the crib making TikToks. Perky gon' blow like a 30-6 dog. She gon' fuck my bros, cause I know that she a big dog. I come from the low, but I'm standing at the tip. I got 30-some hoes, you at the crib making TikToks. I like my revolver, but it only got 6 shots. She was built like Sophie Rainbow, mama, she a big buck. I come from the low, but I'm standing at the tip top. Perk moon tag, you know where you saw it first at. Perfume gas, I just pulled up with a turp pack. In my group chat, lot of lingo in my group chat. In my group chat, lot of lingo in my group. If you hate me, why you listen to my new raps? Brand new AP, I'm a trapper, baby, you mad? Can you take me, or you gon' arch your back and throw it dirt? Used to daydream, now this shit is coming true, yeah.